Welcome back to Agranac Studios. I'm DM Wisdom, and today we're taking a look at the Molt. Exalted Funeral sent this one over for me to take a look at it and give my thoughts. So today, go on a journey with me. So this is the Molt Collector's Edition Bundle. A cassette tape, a GM screen, character sheets, and the main book itself. An awesome foil imprint, reptilian bumpy skin cover. Faux, I'm sure, but it still looks really awesome. Now, this is a role-playing game that is compatible with Mörk Borg, and so it's got that same flavor, same style. Now, the Molt takes place in the world of Mörk Borg, and so you play these creatures that are surfacing to the top world and hunting humans. Basically to bring about the Armageddon apocalyptic end of the world. No heroes here, no survivors. This is dark. You are the predator. Now this book is the same size as Mörk Borg, so that'll be something you're familiar with if you've got this original game. Now inside you will see things that are familiar in that sort of punk art style. Use of the end pages, D66 tables, Steal from the Dead. The Molt is created by Brian Collin and copyright Creature Curation 2024. Now it's got some really interesting, very messy sort of art. I really love it. It gets into the backstory, much like Mörk Borg does in its book. And it leans into all of that apocalyptic goodness. Gets into the different areas of the grift and where your player characters are from underneath the crust of the planet. Very cool, vibrant art throughout. Now it has this prophecy page, and depending on the intensity or the timeline of what's going on, you can mark off each one of these different molting happenings that are going on in the world. So in the molting 2-4, shards will fall from eye sockets, and orbs of pure glowing magic fill the holes. Dark, twisted, so just cool, man. It's just friggin' cool. Now, once we get into the player character section, you're going to see the vibes of, like, Gwar, if you're familiar with that band. Now, the abilities are the ones you know and love from Mörk Borg: agility, presence, strength, toughness, and then they add another one, focus, which is your harness of magic, observe, learn, and research. Very rules light, just like Mörk Borg, so you're not going to have much of a problem transferring between the two sort of ideas. Section on combat, section on spells. It is only on this 2-page spread, which I like for a game like this. Just get right to the point with any sort of mechanics. Sections on rest, additional healing, reactions, morale. And then gets into how to create a player character. And I love these silhouettes right here of all the different characters you can play. And you can see their dinosaur and or dragon-like appearance. Very, very cool. Something different. Something I haven't seen in quite some time. Now, here is a character class. The Basilite, or Earth Mover, born of fire and brimstone. Begins with a D6 trait table, as well as what you begin with. Equipment and all that. Here's a Brontosaurus-like shard chewer, and they come from the Glasslands, which is like this crazy obsidian sort of landscape. The Crystal Gazer, it gives me that sort of Skeksis vibe from the Dark Crystal, the Bone Collector, and the Urn Slinger. Now these pages are nice. They are gloss, which is not my favorite, but with the very vibrant art that is here, you definitely need to do something like that. It wouldn't pop without that, but I don't personally like glare on my pages because, well, I usually read at night under light and it glares back at me, but that's just a minor pet peeve here. This is the Death Walker, the Watcher, The Brooder, this guy's awesome. And then it gets into like different little background things that, well, at your core, you are, and you roll on this D20 table twice. So, insincere and maybe bitter. Badges of honor, D20 table again. Half your face was ripped off. Irritating idiosyncrasies. D20. One of your items is named Fred. You talk to Fred. Wilson! A D20 table of doomed marauders. Now, this connects your party together as you go out and, well, seek to destroy humanity. Your starting equipment page, weapons, armor, general equipment, weapons, creatures, favors, self-improvement, and this is about basically advancement within the game. And then gets into the deities. You have she, just like in Mörk Borg, but also he, different relics, magic items, unhinged magic. Now, if you don't cast your magic, bad things can happen. So this is your magical miscast table. Depending on the actual school, elemental, summoning, transformation, controlling. Next, it gets into a section of monsters to fight, because you're not only going to be fighting humans and destroying them, but there's other nasties down underneath the crust of the planet. The molten Icarus leech. I love the mushwooken or mushwalken. The mushwooken are squat, thickly built, and reek of rancid milk that seeps from their teats. Eating their own young when no other prey is available, the mushwalken are continually having litters. It gives you all their stats and everything you need for them. The parvy, so on and so forth. Plenty of baddies to fight. Now this is interesting. It's the Zagig, or Gygax, backward. Gotta love that. Homage to the Godfather. And this guy's badass with 99 hit points. And then it gets into a beginning adventure. And just like most OSR style, when you enter into a room, it gives you minimal description, which I love, so the game master can riff on that stuff. A D50 table, love those D50 tables. I got a D50 die that rolls all over the place. It never stops. But, yeah, D50 adventure sparks, such as a shattering spire has pierced from the surface into upper mantle. Nice. And then some more awesome tables here, and then making use of the end pages. Very cool. Very, very cool. Now this has like a slipcase sort of, I guess, cover here, and there are 50 character sheets in here. You see that lava flow back there? So that's a nice touch. The back has a interesting texture, and then this is obviously going to grab your graphite as you are writing down all of your stats and different things. Next is the badass GM screen. Love it. And it's also got that slip cover, nice and tight, and opens up to some great art. This is a 5-panel, but kind of squat, much like the Mörk Borg GM screen that I've reviewed here on this channel. Very nice. Oops. And then all the charts that you need in one handy place for the Game Master. And then also the Molten Monolith, Volume 1. So it seems like they're going to come out with others. An awesome orange tape. I do love cassettes. Oh my gosh. I used to collect back in the day when they were actually what you were supposed to be buying for music. Oh, this is interesting. As I'm sitting here looking at this, this is an adventure. That's friggin' awesome. What a great idea. A lot of guys are coming out with, like little soundtracks for their games, but to have the actual cover be an adventure, there's a map right here. Wow, this is cool. I just discovered this. This is really awesome. Really, really awesome. And with the tape, you get the MP3, so if you don't have a cassette player, you have not only the collector item that this will eventually become, but also an adventure that you can play. Now, the Molt Collector's Edition is $75. That might be a bit steep for a lot of you. $35 for the Standard Edition, just has a different cover. The Cassette and, now that I know, Adventure is $20 and comes with the MP3s. Character sheets are $12. The Badass GM screen is $20. Now, this is the Molt Collector's Edition bundle. Usually goes for $127, on sale right now for $110. But they also have the standard bundle for $60 on sale right now. But it does not come with the tape, and it's with the standard cover. If there's anything in this game that you want a little bit more in depth on, maybe the background, it really has a great background about the setting of core and everything that's going on there. Also, character creation. If you'd be interested in that, let me know in the comments. All right, everyone. Thanks for stopping by Agranac Studios today, and we'll see you on the next one. Later!